Alright, we're just gonna do marbles. Because I'm having issues. I actually started working on the Olympic maps. But, like, just started, so that's gonna be a while before those are done. Hopefully sometime this month I can do that. Probably to the end of the month though, because I need to spend a lot more time on it. But I want to get that done soon, and then I can like make a video out of it for December or something. That's the plan. But yeah, it's always fresh. I try to not be frustrated by scrapping video ideas. It just sucks so much when it's like 20 hours of content that I just have to scrap. That I knew would, like, you know, the Zelda randos do pretty well. And that's a popular game, and I'm like, obviously that's gonna do well. So like, I really don't want to scrap it, but I'm really just not enjoying it anymore at this point. I don't know. Unfinished? Yeah, but like, what am I gonna do? Like, I think it would be good as, like, just cutting out all the parts where I'm, like, lost and frustrated. But then, like, what kind of video is that? Like, oh, it's me collecting things and, like, I got all the things and then it just ends randomly? Like, the only way it would make logical sense to have, like, an edit of it where I don't finish it is to actually leave me in, like, being lost and frustrated, but that's not fun to watch. Like, the point was to finish it and cut all that out. And then it'd probably be fine. But if the whole point is it doesn't finish, everyone would be like, why doesn't it finish? What happened? I don't know, there's like nothing I can do. Yeah, but like a little bit, but I don't know. See, it's like, it's hard to... There was a lot of good moments, I feel like. Which is why I think it would make a good video or two if I actually finished. But I would need to cut out a lot of me being lost and stuff. Kato, thanks for the Prime. Explanation? Well, the emulator's not mean, it was me putting the wrong settings on. Because I was trying to turn off sculptures as a whole, because I don't like doing them. And I guess I misunderstood the settings because it put the required item at 40 of them. Which is insane. It's insane that even happened, like... Even though I left it on by accident, it had to pick a required item at 40? That's so unlucky. Like, I don't even know that happened. It's like if you don't know where the grubs are in Hollow Knight and you try to turn off grubs, and it just puts, oh, at like 40 grubs. That's Mantis Claw or something. It's like, really? And then you have to like look up a guide on every grub, and it's gonna take you forever because you don't know where they are. Except in OOT, they're like hidden in like secret walls and dungeons and like a grotto you have to play a song to get to, and they're on the wall. It's so stupid. You have to like hit like a tree, a random tree in the middle of the field. Like they're not just sitting around, they're in like hidden locations. Which is why I tried to turn them off in the first place. So I remember them being super obnoxious to get. I don't think there's... No, I don't think you need them. I think like the wallet or something you get from them, but that's only for like 10. I can look up the locations, but it's gonna take me a long time of just wandering around collecting Skulltulas, and I'm not gonna have fun. But I might just do it at this point in a separate stream, I don't know. I might just suffer through it. I'm gonna have to think about it. But it's basically I'm gonna have to do a pretty significant amount of time doing something I don't want to do. And like I'm gonna be constantly like looking at the guide and like not playing and just reading a guide of where to look for stuff. So I feel like it's gonna be really boring as well. And I also just don't want to spend more time on the rando, like I just wanted it to be done today. I felt like we were on track to finish it if I could just find one item, but it's like... No, that one item is behind this other one item that's behind 40 Skulltulas. Most likely. Like I had so many checks, there were so many places it could have been. There just wasn't any of them. Yeah, I think it's best I don't continue today though, because I'm just frustrated. Maybe if I'm feeling up for it some other day, I don't know. I'll think about it. So, you know, I do have to think about, like, I need to think about my YouTube channel. I need to be, like, you know, make enough content for that. Make enough content people are actually watching. New Pokemon. When does that come out? GG's Custard, Rip, Vernal, Kelpie, and S. All subs in the top 5. I think I played this one. I don't know. No, Loti is not in one sitting. It's in like 10. I just did like 5 hours a day. And it wasn't even 5 days in a row, there were like breaks between the days. It was very chill. But it's very easy to tell, like you can just look up the VODs and you know that's what happened. Like the VODs are all up, you can see me closing down at the end of the day and like starting a new day. So I don't really feel the need to be like, by the way, in this video, I was not doing this in one sitting. Like you can just check for yourself. And also that like just kind of is weird to just pop in the video and be like, hey everyone, I took breaks during this. Like, okay dude, nobody cares. So like I thought about like working it into the video somehow, but like it just seems dumb to me. I'm not trying to like mislead people into thinking I did it in one sitting, but it just feels weird to like say it or something. I don't know. And the other one, maybe I'll just put it in the description. I put it in the description of the other one, but that's because the VODs didn't even exist. So you couldn't really look up to see what happened. Yeah, if it was in one sitting, it would be a lot more like the All Achievements run where I start to sound more and more dead throughout the video. Although I don't know if that really comes across that much in that video. Probably more so in the VOD. But during the All Achievements, which was actually 11 hours straight, the end of the video, the end of the like run, I was like so tired and I like wasn't talking and I like didn't want to play anymore. It did sound half dead. Well, that might also just because it's an old video and I just sounded dead in general. My older videos I sound more dead and I have like a deeper voice. I just liked Scurry as a name. I used it for a Pokemon. I used it for my Scolipede. And I thought it was cute as a name, so I stole it for myself. And switched the C to a K. Because Ks are cooler, I don't know. I sometimes feel like I should have just left the C, but like... That's like, you know, with a C it's more... That's what people use as the word scurry, which is like, you know, to like dart around or whatever. GG's the Pebble Panda. So like when you do it with a K, it is apparently like some old English spelling or something, but it's more distinct from the word. Use it, do a Q. But believe it or not, like, you know how it kind of sounds like it was made for speedrunning, right? It wasn't. I first used it as my smash tag back in like 2017? I don't know. I used it as a smash tag first. And then I just kept it as my speedrunning tag because it was like, I was used to it. I was used to being called it. Nope, I didn't play Melee. I played Smash 4. The best game. That's completely not dead. It was on the Wii U. I'm like decent at Ultimate, but I'm not nearly as good as I was. Well, I say that. I don't think it's that different, honestly. I went to some tournaments for Ultimate recently, and I'm like a little worse. My placement was a little worse than it used to be. Like, it wasn't that much worse. I was still getting like 9th. I was going like 2-2 a few times. In Smash 4, I would more often go like a little better, maybe like 3 wins, 3-2. But it wasn't that, I wasn't that much better at 4. So I shouldn't say, oh, I was so much better at Smash 4. Like, honestly, I don't think I was. I think it's pretty comparable, but I was better at 4 because I played it a lot. Ultimate, I literally have like 400 hours in total. 4, I had like 2,000 plus. Main Lucario. I made, I made, you know, like power rankings? I made power rankings in one region that I was in. Where I went to school. Those were cool days. I talk about it a lot because I just had a really good time back then. I was super into the game and like I would go out traveling to tournaments and stuff. It was just cool. Usually just like locals. So I was never really at any, you know, oh, it's a major tournament, and like even if I went to a major tournament, I probably would have just done terrible anyways. I went to Gommel a couple times, and I like did really terrible. Or I think I went to Gommel once, and I went to like some other Canadian Toronto tournament. But I won like 2 matches in Gommel, and then I was drowned in pools. I lost to, if anyone knows Supergirl Kells. I lost to Supergirl Kells' brother. And I forget who else I lost to. GG's Lidiart, Inkwit, Shoyu, Merit J, and Wings Over Water. No, I haven't been to any majors since the Gommel, which was like in 2018 or some crap. 2019? I don't know. It's a long time ago. I guess it wasn't that long ago. Definitely not 2019. 2019 was like start of Ultimate, wasn't it? So before then. But yeah, I had the most fun in like my small region, because I was like one of the best players there, and my Smash club in my college, because I was the best player there. I was #1 in the school. But yeah, I was like, you know, just trying to get into Ultimate. I just can't do it. I don't know. I think that there's a bunch of reasons why I'm not as into it anymore. Like, my hands is definitely part of it. The game is part of it. But I think the main thing is just, like, I'm just not passionate about it anymore. Like, Lucario's worse. Lucario's harder to play. There's so much annoying ass characters. The DLC Wave 2 is like so oppressive. But despite all that, I think the biggest thing is I'm just not passionate about it. And when I played Smash 4 and I played it competitively, I was like super into it. I'm like, I'm gonna get like really good, I'm gonna play every day and stuff. I just can't do it anymore. I think that outweighs like every other thing that makes me not into it as much. I feel like everything else I could overcome. Like, the character, whatever, just practice more. My hands, just take more breaks in between playing. But I can't just create passion for something I'm not passionate about. Same with speedrunning. I can't just run like Hollow Knight any percent again. Because I'm not passionate about it anymore. I would like to find something new that I can really get into, but I don't know. Not sure what to do yet. Doesn't have to be like game related either, but like, you know, I've been trying to get into back into like game dev and like making comics and stuff. But that's been hard for me too. Oh, the skip? No, you all failed. I thought someone might have landed in there. It definitely doesn't feel the same as like when I was into Smash and when I was into Hollow Knight speedrunning, I was like so into it. It's so hard to find stuff like that. That you just want to like do all the time and like get like amazing at. I don't feel like I have something like that right now. Oh, I got third? Nice. And like, I don't want to bank on Silksong speedrunning being the savior of that, because I doubt it. I'm gonna try it, but I don't know. I feel like it might be too similar to Hollow Knight speedrunning for me to get super into it. Drawing. Well, I draw sometimes. Drawing's one of these things where I'm like, I'll get on a drawing spree and I'll be like, oh, I want to draw and it's fun and I like it. And then I'll just not draw for like 3 weeks because I don't want to. And it's just not the same feeling as like wanting to grind it as much. Or I'll like draw something I'm not proud of and I'll be like, this is shit, I'm terrible at drawing. But I'm trying to make a comic, and I'm hoping to release the comic somewhat soon. I don't know if people will be into it. I don't know if it's like good enough, but I want to at least try because it's something new. And I feel like since I have an audience already, at least a few people will want to keep up with it, right? Fly Sky, thanks for winning. Thanks for winning. GG's. Also Cross Rush, me, Asterix, and Jitterbug. Like something that motivates me to work on stuff like that, like comic or game or whatever, is that now I actually have people who will want to play it. When I made, like I made a game, I spent a lot of time on it, and like nobody played it. Because like, you know, I had a few friends who played it, which feels nice, but it's kind of like, I feel like now I have so much more people who watch my content that there's gonna be some people who check out what I make, no matter what it is. Which is like a huge advantage in that regard. So I'm like, this is the time I should be making things, and like, people will actually pay attention, and it's like, it's just hard to make things. It just takes so much time. The game I made is Branches to Branches. It's just a free, like, itch.io game. Made it in Unity. It's like a Metroidvania, but really condensed and like small. So there's only like a few areas. But I did everything. I made the music, the art, the coding, the everything. Not being able to share your creations. Do you mean like you're scared to, or you just can't get it to a lot of people? I have a problem with not wanting to share anything. Out of like fear that it's just bad. The music's a little quiet. Nothing I make is bad. That's not true. If I open MS Paint and try to draw something right now, it's not going to be good. I have plenty of drawings I think are terrible, and I'm like, this sucks. You can objectively have bad art, okay? It's if I try to draw, if I'm trying to draw like a human, and I draw the arms like horribly wrong, and the face looks like super wrong, and it's not what I'm trying to do. It's not like, oh, that's so good. Like, no, I was trying to do something and I failed. That can happen in art. If you're trying to like draw a certain thing, if you have like a character and then you draw them completely wrong, like there's a way they're supposed to look and you just mess it up. You can't just be like, oh, well, it's just a style thing. Like, no, you weren't trying to do that. I was trying to make them look right. So I appreciate when people are like appreciative of stuff, but you can't just be like, oh, everything you make is beautiful and perfect and like there's nothing wrong with it. You can't just have that mindset. You can be supportive without being like delusional. Shade Soul %. No. I only run memes that are absurd. I'm not gonna run a meme that's just get the spell or whatever. It has to be like, at this point, it has to be like, get the spell 100 times in different ways. Only then will it be crazy enough to make a video on. You wanna make music for an upcoming streamer? What do you mean? GG's Lyson. Also Spids Live, Coniferno, Alphia, and Extreme Riot. Get all relics and sell all of them to Lem except the eggs. What? Why is that sentimental? We've already done egg-related speedrun. I've had problems trying to, like, I don't know what else to do meme run wise in Hollow Knight. But I would want it to be at least somewhat silly and crazy. Like, you know, I don't just want to do a video on like, oh, it's Shriek %, you got Abyss Shriek. It has to be at least like really interesting and weird or like silly. It doesn't have to be like 50 hours, but it needs some like intrigue to it rather than just collect a thing. I know people made up like round %. That would be a good one. Where you kill everything that's round. Stuff like that. Honestly, all levers probably wouldn't have been interesting if it wasn't called Kronk %. That I literally made a video on that because the name was funny. Orphan %, kill all parents. That's kinda good. What I could do is, I was thinking about maybe doing this sometime, is a chat suggestions speedruns. So instead of like bingo suggestions, you give me like a % thing to run. Like Fur did that with Odyssey. But I would get like a bunch of chat suggestions of what speedrun to do. And then I could do like a bunch in one video. So if they're like not super interesting on their own, there's like more videos, there's more runs to do. You're not like stuck on one for the whole video. Could go horribly wrong. Well, I obviously would bet it. That's what I have to do with the bingo. There is a spell list %. I never did a run of that. I think because Taco had a good video on it and I didn't want to take the idea. I mean, Pierogi % would be an example of one for the chat suggestions, where I'd do a bunch in one, because on its own it's not super interesting, but it might be funny. Same with like butt % or something. Yeah, it's really hard, like, making something creative and, like, just putting it on the internet and getting people to find it. Like, I don't know how to do that, honestly. I just got lucky with my Hollow Knight videos blowing up, and then now I have enough people watching me that I can... If I make something, there's gonna be at least a few people who will be interested, I'm pretty sure. I'd say a good example... My best ideas, or my best advice for stuff like that is you gotta make, like, fan stuff. You know what I mean? You gotta find, like, a fandom of, like, a game or, like, a show you really like and make some fan stuff. And then that's how you get noticed, and then maybe after you get known for doing some stuff like that, you can move on to some creative stuff, and you'll have people who know you from the other stuff. Yeah, but that's the thing. Being stuck making something, it's always gonna happen. For me, I'm stuck with Hollow Knight. Everyone always says, when's Hollow Knight? When's Hollow Knight? You just gotta suck it up and do other things and, like, know that less people are gonna be interested. You can't be focused on, oh, I'm not getting as much views as my Undertale stuff. You just gotta be like, well, the popularity of my Undertale stuff allows me to do this other stuff. With less views, but there's still people here that wouldn't be here before. That's how I see it. I know some people will, if they blow up on a certain game, they will milk that game forever and just play it over and over and over again. And that's how you keep, you know, probably the most views. But for me, I just want to have fun. So I try to, like, have a balance, and the people who find me through Hollow Knight, if some of them watch my other stuff, then it's like, that's more people than would have found it normally. So for me, it still worked. Yeah, that's very loud, sorry. I'll stand way out here. But it's a lot easier to find people who will watch your stuff if you make it, like, relating to something that they already know. And it's unfortunate, but that's just kind of how it goes. Like, how often do you look up original content from someone you don't know? But you might look up something of, like, oh, I want to look up some Pokemon stuff. Rando was a bit of a disaster. I might continue it at some point, but I need to get 40 Sculptulas. I was trying to cheat in 40 Sculptulas, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I thought I turned Sculptulas off, but I messed up. And because I messed up, I need 40 of them to continue. And it's just a shame, because I haven't been killing them the whole rando, and it's like a disaster. So I'm gonna have to go on, like, some Skulltula Easter egg hunt for, like, several hours. So I might do it if I'm feeling up to it later, but we're taking a break from that. GG's Pikmin, Lucio, Althea, Naya, and Zelda. Zyro, thanks for the 10. Clawless Hollow Knight? Well, Fire Owl did Clawless. Right? Yeah, Fire Owl literally has a, like, finished Clawless video. Where the entire game is Clawless. But you could try doing, like... Oh, max percent? Yeah, I haven't seen a video on that. I mean, if you want it to do well, that's kind of, you're kind of going into it wrong. When I made, well, okay. I did speedrunning for a long time. And I didn't get much subs from doing speedrunning for like 2 years. I had like a few hundred subs. I started making edited videos like around then. It might have been after 3 years. And the low TE video, which is now sitting at like 1 million, over 1 million, got like 600 views total for the first like 4 months it was out. That video was under 1,000 views for like months. And later when my channel, people found my channel, it was through the badly translated Hollow Knight blowing up, which just caught the algorithm magically. It was lifted off into the homepage of many. And then people found my channel through that. And then that caused people to find the low TE video, which they found even more interesting than the badly translated. So it blew up even more than the original video that was blowing up. But it was sitting on my channel for months before then, with nobody seeing it. So you really just gotta like keep making stuff, and you can't really be like, oh, this video is going to blow up when I release it, because it's most likely not. But what you do is you get a bunch of good videos built up over time, and if at one point one of them blows up, people will find your other videos, and then people will subscribe because they're like, oh, I like several of your videos. So you gotta really just like make it for fun, and make it to like get better at editing. Because I feel like I've gotten way better at editing over time. And even back then when I wasn't getting much views, I was still learning editing through making videos. And that just made it so that my newer videos were better. And yeah, don't, like, I feel like focusing on making a living or like getting a bunch of subscribers is just generally not a good idea. Until, like, you know, you can focus on it a little bit once you've had that blow up happen. And it's like more realistic to get people to keep watching you. But I still think you need to kind of chill on that a bit, because it can get kind of, the grind can get really exhausting. Getting audio right in podcasts. I try and make sure the audio is good for the stream. If it's not, then the video is also going to be bad. Like, we don't do like audio balancing at all. It's all just this, whatever happened on stream is the audio. I'm sure there's some kind of fancy stuff you can do to help fix it, but I have no idea. Usually it's fine. Had a couple times where the audio's a bit messed up, but it's okay. When I moved here, I like changed my mic and it sounded terrible. I don't think it was that bad, but it was definitely not great. GG's to Fenko, Blush, Zaldo, Lucio, and Seth. Julia, thanks for the 2 months. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in a really lucky position where I can kind of do a lot of stuff just for fun and like not have to stick to one thing all the time. Like, I know I could get way more viewers if I did Hollow Knight every day. But to me, it's more important to just enjoy what I'm doing. So I appreciate everyone who watches the other stuff. And yeah, hopefully I can make some other things that people like, that are maybe not streams and not videos. Hopefully people will like them. To me, I want to do... A big thing I want to make is... I just want to make like stories, and I'm not much of a writer. I really don't have writing experience. But... I just find it so fun to like try and create this like world and like characters in a story. It's just so much fun. So I want to try and do something with that. So that's why I've been trying to get into like comics and game dev, because I feel like that's an easier way of getting a story out. Because it's not like 100% like writing. It's like you're kind of doing some other things. There's like some art and some other stuff that kind of can also help it, you know, you don't have to just be an amazing writer and have that carry everything. I don't know how to make interactive comics. I do have an idea involving like a comic I want to make where it would be influenced by like people commenting on the comic itself and stuff. I have a lot of ideas that are just kind of sitting around that will maybe be used at some point if I ever get to them. Dude, I'm surprised. Your internet must be really bad, because... Well, okay, first of all, get an Ethernet cord, because that's gonna optimize it a little more. But you know what my internet speed is? My internet speed is 10 megabytes upload. 10 megabytes per second upload. And that's the internet speed I've been streaming on my entire career. And it's enough. I don't have much problem streaming. That's why when I moved out, I got the same internet I had at home, because I'm like, it's enough. And it's cheap. Megabyte or megabit? I don't know the difference. I honestly don't. I couldn't tell you. Let me do a speed test on Google. What does it say? It's Mbps. 10 Mbps. Getting more than that in Canada, or at least where I live, is way too much money. It's like, to jump up to 15, it was like twice as much cost. And that's just for like 5 more megabytes. So like I considered paying a bunch for internet, but I'm like, why really bother? I do kind of regret, I kind of want more download speed though. It's not great. I have like 50 download and it's really slow sometimes. Actually no, my main problem is uploading videos takes forever. But it's like, do I really want to pay like twice the amount I'm paying to get 0.5 more speed? I have to pay like over 100 a month if I want to get like 30 upload or whatever. $30 megabit. So I just kind of like upload when I'm like asleep. I like upload overnight. And it takes a while, but it doesn't really matter. Stream-wise, it's fine. Streaming, my speed is perfect for it. And a big reason I stayed with this internet place that I was at with my parents' house is I don't cut out of stream very much. I'm sure you've noticed I don't usually have much internet problems. And it's like a miracle. Because I hear so much people with internet problems. And I just don't really have internet problems with this service provider, and I don't know why, but it's like some magic. So I'm like, I'm gonna stick with them, like, goddamn. I don't know how they're so consistent. I don't think I've dropped a frame. Like, I haven't dropped much frames. Like, when was the last internet problem I had? Have I had an internet problem since I moved in? Maybe like one. Maybe like once or twice. Over like 5 months. So I use they're called vMedia. I don't really want to like vouch and say that if you get them it's gonna be perfect for you, because I don't know how it works. I don't want to say like, oh, you should get this, I recommend this ISP, because I really don't know. But that's what it is. It worked for me at least. But I'd feel bad if I like suggested an ISP and then someone got it and it was like, it didn't work for them. I will also say we have some problems with Wi-Fi being kind of shit, but I don't use Wi-Fi, so I don't care. I use Wi-Fi on like my phone. And if it's not great, then I just switch to data if it's like lagging too much, which happens sometimes. So the Wi-Fi is kind of shit. But like, through the Ethernet, I never have problems. Not never, but rarely. Yeah, it's probably just the router. I think there was like a, oh, you can upgrade to this better Wi-Fi thing, and I just didn't. Because I don't care. I don't use Wi-Fi enough. I think if I literally only use data on my phone, I probably would still not run out of data for the month. Because I just don't use my phone very often, I'm just on my computer all the time. On my pewter. First place, let's go! Yeah, I don't feel good about, like, suggesting companies. Because I just, like, don't feel like, oh, you should like check out this company, they're so good. Like, I don't feel like my experience with a company like covers everything. I don't all of a sudden trust them in every scenario. So I feel weird about like suggesting things like that. Was there a scurry option in the bet? Oh, it was me in top 10. 1%? Holy shit. Kazuyoshi just got 176,000 points. Oh my god. 1 to 173 odds. It wasn't even first place, it was top 10. Oh, it's because Roger put in 200k. Why the hell did you do that? That's where all the money came from. You already have the cuteness? Fair enough. But you can't do this. GG's to me. Second General Eliasis, Ultrasimon, and Ultix. I have infinite cuteness certificates. We used to have like a cute tracker. So when you got like you could like redeem a cute. And then you would be like, you'd have like 20 cutes. And it just got too absurd when we had more viewers because I couldn't keep track of all the cutes. And the ultimate goal was infinite cutes. Which you would just get for like a super high price. But then I kept track of like infinite cutes plus all the other cutes he had. And it was just too much. I actually think the legacy boards are still up there, aren't they? You go to like underneath. Where is it? Underneath the cuteness, certified cuties, there's legacy cuteness boards. Oh, I guess it doesn't have the number. Yeah, this was the second iteration, I think. This is where it was just 3 tiers. But I'm pretty sure before this, I actually counted them. Is Twitch worth when you were starting out? Do you mean like, should you start on Twitch or a different platform? I started on Twitch because I just watched a lot of Twitch, and there was a bunch of speedrunners on there. Because I started like speedrunning Hollow Knight. Twitch is definitely better for speedrunning because the majority of speedrunning communities are on Twitch. So people can like raid you can raid other people. I would like get raided by other Hollow Knight speedrunners, and then that's how some people would find me back then. And that wouldn't have happened on YouTube or other platforms. If you're planning on just doing like variety on Twitch, from nowhere, in that case I'd say definitely just do it for fun, because I mean, always just do it for fun, but especially that, because trying to like build up a variety content from scratch by just doing variety content, you're probably not going to get much viewers. It helps to have like a game to really focus on, or like a, you know, speedrun challenge, something. You know, you can always, you know, there's always a different case of doing it entirely just because you want to like play a game and maybe have some people show up. I guess I'm kind of giving a lot of advice on like trying to grow your channel rather than just, you know, you can just do it for fun. You don't have to grow your channel. Although I'll say it does make it more fun when you have a decent amount of viewers, you know? It's not super fun when it's like a dead chat. Which I've had, back in the day I had some pretty dead chats, you know? I've been there. See, doing variety for me is great now because I know I might not get as much viewers as if I did Hollow Knight, but I feel like it's a really comfy amount of people. Like, the chat's not too fast, but there's always like a discussion going on. Like, a lot of people are always like, oh, you always gotta grind and like increase in viewers, and like, oh, 200 viewer Andy, or so, like nobody's watching you. It's chill at like 200. At like 100, it's really chill. But it's still like active enough that you're like hanging out with people. I actually really like this kind of viewer region. I don't know what to call it. ST, Rip, Bowrings, Relly, and Daniel. GG's. I feel like, you know, if you only have like, I know it's saying only, I'm more mean that in the grand scheme of Twitch. It's kind of hard to make a living off of like a couple hundred viewers. But if you have like a good YouTube channel, if your YouTube channel is doing well, then it doesn't really matter, which is the case for me, because I make most of my money off YouTube. So Twitch viewers really doesn't need to be super high for me to pay rent. And I also don't feel the need to be asking people for subs all the time. Which admittedly is kind of a lucky position for me, like not everyone's in that. So if I ever, I know in the past sometimes I'll be like, I kind of condemn that behavior a bit, but like asking for subs from your chat all the time. I'm gonna clarify, like I only mean that if you're like a big streamer and you're already making a lot of money. Because there are people who make like tons of money and they're still doing a lot of methods to like get people to sub all the time. And that's what I have an issue with, not if you're like a smaller streamer. Like to me, I would feel weird doing a bunch of sub goal stuff. Because I feel like I'm pretty well off and I don't want to be like begging my chat to give me more money. And I'm like nowhere near the top streamers, so. But that's also just how I feel. I know there's big streamers who put their money towards a lot of good big things. Like huge charity events, stuff like that. I can definitely appreciate that. Yeah, or huge productions. Like Germa. I still need to set up, I need to do some kind of charity thing. I'm just so like bad with that. Like making an event. I want to do some charity stuff. I want to like make my own charity stream and like have all these goals to reach and stuff, and I just haven't gotten around to it. No, I don't even know what charity to pick. That's also a thing. Because I'm like, I don't want to pick a charity that like everyone's doing, but I don't know. I feel like the ones that are really good have a lot of stuff for them already. Yeah, it's a little worrying, like there's charities that turn out to be kind of sketchy. So it's hard to just be like, oh, I'm gonna look up a charity that does this and pick them. Because sometimes they're not always what they say they are. So it's maybe better to pick one that like a lot of people feel is, you know, legit. Rather than looking for some smaller one, but I don't know. Scores for charities. This charity has like a score of like 70. I think that's kind of sketch. We gotta increase our charity score so people trust us. Charity kinda sucks. Isn't Among Us VR coming out soon? I still need to get VR, but I don't think I'm gonna play Among Us VR. GG's to Neko, Bluefire, Litmus, Bulky, and me. I keep being in top 5. In 1 week. I want to watch people play that, kind of. I think it'd be funny. Ah, it's so bright. Here, I'll look away. At this really low-res picture. What's this constellation? Dude, this is like... Yeah, this is like... the kind of sky I see where there's like just a little bit of stars. Maybe even less. I want to go somewhere that has like, you see all the stars. That's Orion's belt, right? Can I find the Dipper? It's not that, right? Where is it? It's... no. Is it here? I'm trying to find the Big Dipper. Okay, I'm lost. Why is the sun out? I used to know constellations a lot better. I took like a astronomy class in college, and it turned out to it was an online course. And what it ended up being was you would just enter in a bunch of multiple choice questions every week. And the answers were in like PowerPoints. So it was a terrible class, but I did know the constellations at that point in time. Because of that class, because of the PowerPoints that I would look at. Learning. And you could, yeah, you would just like do the multiple choice quiz while looking at the PowerPoint. So you didn't have to remember anything. You would just basically look through the PowerPoint for the answer. Okay, I didn't get an 100 in that class. I got like a 90 something. So I forget what I lost points on. But there must have been something you couldn't have just cheated on. But I remember I didn't get an 100. Maybe the end of the year quiz or something. The end of the year tests. Reading comprehension. See, because I found the stars really cool. I think they're awesome. I kind of wish I had a more interesting class involving them. Or maybe we go to like a telescope field trip or something. That'd be cool. Field trips were always the best thing. Dude, we had this thing in middle school. In like science class. Where we all were assigned like animals. And we went to like this forest. And there was like the predator animals and the prey animals, and you have to like run away from the prey animals or you get eaten and die. And there was like, I think the teacher was like the hunter or something. I think about that all the time. I was a groundhog, so I had to run for my life. I remember at the end of it, they were supposed to like call everyone together. So like everyone knew to come back to the bus. And they were doing that, but I didn't realize they were like, it was the end of the thing, so I ran away because I heard people. I thought they were trying to kill me. So it was the end of the class, and I ran away. For like my life. And then I'm like, wait, nobody's out here, like what's happening? So then like, I got back to the bus. And like, everyone was there except me, and I just like went into the line and like just in time. Like no one had to look for me. It was so funny. It was like exactly on time when I got like the head count. But I thought I was like running for my life because I was still in like animal mode. GG's Burkissel. But I remember it being fun. I just always think about me like fearing for my life because I was too into the roleplay maybe. But we were actually just ending the field trip. I'm like a scared animal running away. There were other mechanics to that too. You could like... I don't remember. You had to like create your own base or something. I forget exactly how it went. I think you could sign someone else's card. So there's you. There were like two of every animal, and the other animal, if you sign their card, you would have a bunch of extra lives because you would have babies. And of course, everyone was super embarrassed about it because it was middle school. Yeah, a little weird. Everyone just die. Cool level. How does that have a 97? How does anyone complete it? What? Whatever. Who was the field trip advisor? Oh, well, it was the science teacher, who, by the way, spilled water on my head. I remember this. This guy was doing like using water for some kind of demonstration on something. And he was doing like the pretend, like, oh, I'm gonna spill the water on you. Because I was in like the front row or something of the class. And then he actually did spill some water. And everyone laughed. What a dick. Honestly though, I don't remember disliking him that much. But I remember thinking that was kind of weird. Like, I did think it was an accident, genuinely, but, like, what are you doing, dude? My middle school was freaking weird. There were a lot of weird middle school stories. Middle school is awful because they pack all the, like... You know, it's like, it's when you're going through puberty, it's when, like, people start, like... Certain types of kids start, like... getting into, like, drugs and shit. And, like, you lose your innocence. And you just cram all that into, like, this one school of, like, 2 grades. It's like the worst place. Like elementary school, like everyone's innocent. Like maybe you have a couple bullies or something. But middle school is like awful. And then high school is like people kind of get a lot more chilled out at that point. That's how it was for me at least. Middle school was like the worst. High school was more chill. Elementary school was just like fun kid stuff. But for me, I had middle school was grade 7 and 8, and that was separate from every other school. It was like grade 1 to 6, 7 and 8 was middle school, and then 9 to 12 was high school. School's the worst. Yeah, I definitely had a lot of bad experiences, but I might have also gotten lucky with the school I went to, because it was never too bad for me. I think it really depends on what school you're in and like what people are around you. GG Stream Pengu, Ultra Simon, Ellie Hedgie, Lighty Art, and Flop Flail. I mean, I was very just quiet, and I didn't talk to people, and I didn't, like, show my interests and stuff, because I didn't want people to think I was weird. So I was just kind of like a ghost through most of school, and I avoided I managed to avoid getting like bullied and stuff for the most part. I feel like if I was more expressive and like actually like talk to people and stuff like that, I'd probably maybe been a bit more bullied and stuff. But I'm just social anxiety, so I am just that. I don't know how, like, if I ever would have been more outgoing. If there's like a, you know, multiverse theory, I feel like I would have just done the same thing everyone. I don't think there's any outgoing scurry in school. I was into sports when I was younger. And then, like, I started not liking anyone who liked sports. Like, I felt like everyone was a jerk who played sports. And I stopped doing it. I'm like, people who don't like sports are so much nicer. Stop being so relatable. It's a little unfortunate because I really liked sports. It was probably when I started feeling like, you know, it's when you first start developing like a competitive kind of, I don't know what to really call it, a competitive spirit. I liked trying to get good at like soccer and stuff when I was younger. But I stopped like making friends in sports. No, like, yeah, soccer, I can say soccer and it means soccer. If I say football, it means two different things. But in Canada, we just call it soccer. I do remember though, in in Little League Soccer, I don't know how old I was. I got like a game-winning goal. It would have won us the game. And then I got an offside call, and it didn't count. And then we lost. And it was like the worst thing ever. I don't even know if I knew what offside was at that point. Because most of the time in those like Little League matches, nobody called anything. And of course in the finals they get an actual ref, like who the heck is this guy? GG's to Dessert Geek, Zaldo, Thorin, David, and Bugjoy. Yeah, I would never play like football because I don't want to play like contact heavy sports. I've always been small and skinny, and I don't want to fight people. So I would never do anything like that. I play like soccer and badminton. And of course there's some people who are like, oh my Omega lol. Girly sports or something. I don't know, I feel like I remember there was some kind of, you gotta play like a man's sport. There was some kind of that sentiment going on. Get hurt in every contact sport. I don't really get hurt. I actually, despite being small, I feel like I've never really been pretty badly injured. But that doesn't mean I want to like tackle someone. I remember once in gym class, this guy, we were playing football, like no contact football, tag football, which was kind of fun actually. And this guy on the other team, like, I was about to make a touchdown, and they like dove to like stop me and caused me to like fall down, and I landed on their finger and like broke their finger. And I was fine. And luckily they weren't an asshole and weren't like pissed at me after. But they I like broke someone's finger because they tackled me and I fell on them. Probably because it was probably like my freaking like hip bone or some shit. There's not much like padding there. I think at one time I fell on my my windowsill. Like I'm in my bedroom. My hip bone hit the windowsill. And it broke it. It broke a piece of it off and I was fine. I think I just have like an iron hip bone. Like it like breaks shit. But there's like no padding because I'm like so skinny. So it's like a blunt object. This is a really weird discussion. I don't know why I'm sharing this. Oh my god. Oh, you're dead. I can't lock onto anyone because they're spinning too much. Wait, someone finished? What the hell's... what? Where's the finish line? Wait, what? Someone definitely skipped the whole map. Kelpit skipped the entire map and now everyone's dead because of that. I don't know what happened. I don't know where you fell off. Probably like here somewhere. You probably... oh my god. Did you get peg launched into the end? Holy shit. I wish you could watch the replay. I think the peg launched you to the end. Wait, we can watch the replay. Hold on. One minute world record. GG's Kelplit. I don't know how you did that. Can I race? Can I do that one again? What one was that called? Abyss Aggressive Academy. Shoot, where is it? God damn it. I don't know where it is. Check the flags. This one, okay. I just want to see the replay here. This race doesn't count. Wait, does it not have the PB marble? Oh, I guess it doesn't have the PB marble because it's not a main map. Okay. Damn it. I thought it would have the PB marble and like we could watch that, but it didn't show up. What's this art in the background? What? This is John Simpsons. I don't know who this is. It's Simpson himself. Nelson. Yeah, I don't know how. Like, look at how much detail is in this. These are all with track pieces. I don't watch The Simpsons. I watched like The Simpsons movie when I was like a teenager. And I think we watched a couple episodes. We watched an episode in school once because it was relevant to something that we were discussing. And that's the extent of which I've watched it. Oh yeah, I've seen clips of the Death Note Simpsons thing going on. That's kind of funny. They like hired the Death Note animators to make like a Simpsons Death Note parody. That's pretty funny. Scooters? Not sure. Yeah, I've heard like it got pretty bad later on. But like what show doesn't? If you have a show going on for like 10 plus seasons, there's no way it's good. What else do you do at that point? Has any show ever gone on 10 seasons and like they're all good? One Piece. The One Piece! The One Piece is real! I'm so like detached. I never watched that show. So most of what I know that from is the actor of Howard Hamlin saying it. I don't really know the context of that in the show. I don't know what it means. I don't know what the One Piece is. But I know Howard Hamlin's actor got commissioned to say that. And I saw that video. Didn't like it as a kid, now you can appreciate it as an adult. Yeah, I can see that. See, I only watched it when I was like a teenager, I think. So I probably didn't really get everything. One Piece hit rock bottom. How much seasons is that show? Do they do seasons in anime? I think they do. Yeah, they totally do. I've watched anime. GG Scratchly, Custard, Mech Baker, Sir Drentalkin, and Thorin. They repeat episodes all the time. I remember as a kid watching cartoons, there would be so much repeats, it would be like, oh, it's this episode again. It's like, oh, when can I watch this my favorite episode again? They keep playing the same one over and over again, and I hate it. Yeah, where's the two-piece? Wait, that's where that originated from? A Kanye West album? What the hell? Yeah, that joke is so... There's so many internet jokes that are on like 10 levels of irony, and you have to know like so many things to even understand how they make sense. And honestly, those make me laugh as someone who doesn't understand it at all, just from the absurdity of it. Like, I'll look up, like, what does this mean? And it's like this complex thread of all these different things, all these different memes that slowly build into this, and it's like, it's just so absurd sometimes. It's like the kid named Finger thing. Like, on its own, it makes literally no sense. But it's because there was a meme. See, I know this one. I looked into this one. There was a meme where it's like, it's time to finger paint the kid named Paint. And then it's like a scared face or something, I don't know. And that was the original meme. And then someone made a fake joke of it, where it was like the kid named Finger, because it doesn't make sense anymore. And then they put it as Mike from Breaking Bad, as the face. And that's where that originated from. But then everyone just started calling Mike Finger. And like, Mike is just the kid named Finger now because of that meme that was like an anti-meme and it didn't make sense. But then that in itself created a new meme. It's so weird. But it's kind of funny when there's memes that just don't make any sense unless you know like where it originated from. But yeah, I was definitely an outsider to the One Piece memes. And I'm just like, okay, I guess Howard Hamlin is saying the One Piece is real. And then people are playing, can we get much higher? For some reason. Oh. Hammer time. Which game community has the best memes? Jerma's community. I don't know about a video game. Not HK, yeah, I wouldn't say HK. What about like games? I don't even know what games have good memes. Like a full game community. I feel like they all suck. I know like Breaking Bad has a good meme community. There's so much people who put like these high quality edits of like Walter White like in Mario Kart and shit like that. But like a game, is there a game community that does stuff like that? I don't know. Dark Souls boss memes. I've seen some good Dark Souls ones. There's the one where there's like the plush seal in like the washing machine and it's like join covenant. I love that one. Among Us, definitely not Among Us. Definitely not. I don't know. Game communities just suck at memes, I guess. I can't think of any. Low quality animal pics with the most absurd captions. I think I've seen stuff like that. Animal Crossing. I don't feel like I've seen Animal Crossing memes. They're usually very specific to the game. Yeah, I can see that. Marbles on stream memes. GG's Nyril Zyril. I combined your names. Naya, Zyril, GHZ Dude, Couplet, and Garbage Opossum. Isabelle being threatening. I liked the Isabelle Doom crossovers that happened when they released on the same day. That was good. A bunch of people drew like Isabelle and Doom Man armor and stuff. Doom Guy armor. Doom Man. That's the sequel to Doom. To Doom Guy. I love when like memes spawn like this like super good fan art. Like really well done art. That's always the best. Deltarune did have a pretty good meme. It was the like Chris, where the fuck are we meme? People did some fun stuff with that one. Also like Mario 64 BLJ memes are pretty funny. I like when like speedrun tech just becomes like a character trait. Like Mario can just do that now. And like Fox just like spams shine and like wave dashes and stuff. Because of melee. Yeah, Mario 64 is a good contender for best game memes because there's like a lot of good ones. There's the I love when people use the Mario sound font in like other songs. Like there was a 3D Mario like Saul Goodman thing where they recreated the weird Saul Goodman meme but with Mario, and it's like in the Mario sound font. And it was really good. There's like Mario BLJing like through the TV and like getting into your house. Maybe there's not a... I can't really think of any more though. I don't really really know about Five Nights at Freddy's memes. Oh. The most I paid attention to Five Nights at Freddy's was in like high school. I watched Markiplier play like all of them. And I think I watched some game theories. And then I like never paid attention to it anymore. Shay, thank you for the raid. Hope your stream went well. We're just winding down with some marbles for a bit. So feel free to join a few races. Oh, you're playing Earthbound. I've never finished Earthbound. I played a little bit of it, and then I just like stopped playing it. I don't know why. Seems like a cool game though. Also like weirdly creepy in some parts. Remember, everyone always freaked out about like the final boss. You know what I used to watch? I used to watch like top 10 videos on YouTube, but like not like modern top 10 videos, like just a top 10 made by like some random YouTuber. And like top 10 creepy video game things and stuff like that. And everyone was always like, oh, Gygus is like #1. Scariest game thing. That was one of like the first kind of videos I watched on YouTube. I was like really young. GG's to Ali, Unica, Garbage Opossum, Rem, and McBaker. So you can join, let me start the race. Let me pick a race here. You can join by typing !play, and you'll be entered into the race. Used to watch top 10s all the time. Yeah, I had a few YouTubers I would watch who would do like top 10 video game stuff. And that was one of the like genres that got me into YouTube. I feel like nowadays there's a lot of like corporate like top 10s, like top 10 this, and they like, it's just feels really unpersonal and stuff. But just like a YouTuber who was just like saying their opinions on games and stuff. Kind of like a low quality editing, maybe like a skit at the beginning. That was the shit. A low quality microphone. BK foot lettuce, oh no. Watch Mojo. Yeah, I think that's who I'm talking about. In terms of bad top 10 content. The dawn of YouTube. No, I don't think I was around for that. But listen, I was around for YouTube poops, top 10 gaming videos, like unedited Let's Plays. What else was I around for? Club Penguin videos. Pivot animations. Like Stickman fighting animations. Animation versus animator, that was awesome, I love that. I'm trying to lock on to first place. Yeah, I don't know, I was like I really liked Stickman fighting videos. I don't know why. I don't know what I saw in them. But I remember trying to make my own, and then it was just really low FPS and like horribly done. But I remember I installed Pivot and I like tried to use it. It's like Mosswave is in the lead. Remember the laser collection? Just like random cuts of like, I'm a firin' my laser. Blah. Dr. Octagonopus. I need to think, like, what were like iconic lines from those? I'm the floating detached head of, it's the guy from, whose line is it anyway? I forget his name. Are you gonna grant me 3 witches? No, my true purpose here is to fire my laser blob. I don't know why that's the one I remember. No, like the bald guy. Half of them are bald. Shit. GG's Mosswave, McBaker, Dunn, Sir Drentalkin, and yet another David. Colin Mockery, yeah, it was the floating detached head of Colin Mockery. That's what it was. 2 Ground still exists. It does. I never got like super into Newgrounds. I mostly just watched, I think I watched a few videos that originated on Newgrounds but got on YouTube. Charlie the Unicorn, oh my god. Dude, I didn't like that as a kid. They take out the dude's liver or some shit. I was like disturbed by it. It's like weird. I thought that was like disturbing when I was younger. But I remember everyone being like, oh, watch Charlie the Unicorn, watch Charlie the Unicorn. Is their kidney. Everyone would like reference it. So I like had to watch it, but then I was like creeped out because they took Charlie's kidney or something and there was like a scar wound of the of them like cutting it out. ...2009 PewDiePie. I actually didn't watch PewDiePie. I watched Uber Haxer Nova and Markiplier though. I never really got into PewDiePie. I remember in Happy Wheels, those three were like the Happy Wheels YouTubers. And yeah, I think Jacksepticeye too. Like he would have like the rope swing, and if you get to the very end, you were like one of those guys. But if you lost immediately, you were Justin Bieber. Markiplier's consistent. I mean, he's doing like OnlyFans or something now. That's the whole thing going on with him now. If his podcast gets to #1. The Friday music video. Oh my god, that was in high school for me. And they would like meme and put it on the like beginning announcements music. So you just get to school on Friday and they'd be playing that like every Friday. It was terrible. Because it was like a meme at that point. It's like, haha, it's the funny Friday song. But then they just played it on the announcements like every Friday. And the meme was that it's a terrible song. So we just had to listen to that. You controlled the announcements and couldn't stop it. Why, like, the principal was, like, enforcing it or something? The teacher was enforcing it, oh. The higher-ups demand the Friday song. Everyone hated that song. GG's GHC dude. Should I just say like just dude? Just dude? No, that doesn't sound good. Chris dude. There's no way to say your name good. Maybe I should say dude. YT Overtime, Yeoming Man, Ornstein, and Bluefire. Rickrolls. Dude, that's like the oldest surviving meme. It's still going on. Honestly, I can always appreciate it just because the song kinda is a banger. That's in Super Paper Mario. That game has a weird story, but I love it for that. I wish they'd still do like super weird stories in the Mario RPGs, but they like stopped. They made them all like, oh, we gotta stay in the Mushroom Kingdom and like there's Toad over there. No, I want to go to like some alternate paper dimension with a void consuming the world. That was way cooler. Like, Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario have two of the most interesting, like, Mario stories ever. They probably are the most interesting. Because Mario stories are usually bad. But just generally, they're just good stories and, like, interesting. I think the gameplay kind of stagnates a bit on both of those games. There's some really boring parts to play through, but the story is very intriguing in both. To be fair, I didn't play Origami King, and I didn't watch anyone play it. I've just like given up on that series at this point. so I can't really talk about that. It was okay. I remember seeing like there was someone did a screenshot of Toad saying he was like getting divorced or something. Superstar Saga. Yeah, Superstar Saga, see, it doesn't have like some crazy story, but it's funny and it's fun and it's great. I always find that game so funny. I played through it so much. It does have a unique world. It's like the Bean worlds. And there's like a unique villain, there's like Fawful. It was very creative. Definitely a really good one. Yeah, and Fawful returns in Inside Story. I also liked that game. But it's also, well, it's like the Mushroom Kingdom, but you're also inside Bowser. Which is weird to say. Lore game. It literally is, though. And there's at least 3 other kinks explored in that game. It's a weird game, but it's fun. Never finished Partners in Time. That was good too. I feel like I enjoyed it the least out of the 3. Like first 3 Mario and Luigi's. But I did like it. I think that's kind of maybe why it didn't get remade. And they remade Bowser's Inside Story instead. But honestly, I don't even think that game needed a remake. It honestly, in a lot of ways, the original looks better than the remake. Because it's just like good sprite art. Yeah, it does have good music. All those games have good music. GG's Math. And Guitar Freak, Garbage Opossum, Aggravator, Aggrogaver, and Vintagix. Okay, let's end it off with a long one. 13 minutes. No House of Pain? We haven't been doing that recently. I kind of gave up. Maybe I should, though. Maybe I should try and break the curse at some point. But probably not today. Exclamation mark, participate. That doesn't work, does it? But yeah, I do wish they had more fun with the new Mario RPGs in terms of just making it weird and like in this weird location. Like that was always so cool. Going somewhere other than the Mushroom Kingdom. And like seeing all these other inhabitants that aren't like toads and Shy Guys and stuff. They're like, oh, bean people, and I don't even know what the heck the Super Paper Mario characters are. But they're definitely weird. There's not a world record for bingo. Yo, world record command is very outdated because I don't speedrun anymore. Last run I did was literally low TE. The second time. And I don't even know if I'd count that as a speedrun. Yeah, we gotta get bingo world record. That's my next goal. We should get a randomizer world record. Speedrun randomizer. Except I'd probably be way slower than anyone who, like, is actually good at rando. Like, you could watch, like, any rando race and it would be faster than mine. Oh my gosh, yeah, isn't there, like, some lore on Mario 1 where, like, people got turned into bricks, but then you, like, break the bricks? So you're murdering them. I don't know if that's like canon or, but I like heard that somewhere. Freeing their souls. I feel like if it used to be canon, they probably scrapped that idea. It was in the manual. The manual is definitely the go-to for all canon lore. Yeah, the eyelet statues that I was just breaking. Miss game manuals so much. Did you play Tunic? That game will make you re-experience game manuals. There's like an in-game manual that is an important mechanic for the game. Cuddle file. I did really like Tunic, but I felt like the late game was a bit weak. And the post game was just annoying, and I stopped playing. But I feel like the main game was really good, especially early on. I just feel like it devolved into, in post game, just a bunch of like annoying tasks to have to do. And I wasn't really into it. Even just in late game, it was kind of like that. Spin. I just wish it kept more open and like, I don't know. Like, you can't even really go where you want to at the end of the game. kind of like trapped in these small little areas. Really, I loved the boss battles. That was one of my favorite parts. I thought they were all great. Besides maybe that giant robot. That one was a bit jank. But like the final boss is amazing. The final boss is my favorite boss I've played in a long time. It was so much fun. I feel like I've been playing a lot of games where the bosses are kind of mediocre, and Tunic is like has some of my favorite bosses since like Hollow Knight. Even like Elden Ring, I hated a lot of those bosses. No, I haven't played Crosscode. Oh yeah, the sky fight, that was cool too. HK has a boss-only mode? What do you mean? Like the boss rush mod? But there's also just Pantheons. Is this a joke comment? Probably. We're getting late into the stream. I'm taking the joke comments as serious. I can't decipher the difference anymore. Get coconut malts. This makes me want to go on a water slide. I haven't been to a water park in a long time, but I always liked water slides. The PNG icon in the corner, what do you mean? For like speedruns? There was a very brief period of time where I would have like a radiance in the corner or something. But that was so long ago. Oh, the PNG tuber. But I only use that for like 3 streams. I barely use them. Water parks are kind of gross. Yeah, see, the like big wave pool, and like everyone goes in it and it's so crowded, that's kind of, never a big fan of that. Unless it was like really not busy at all. They're also dangerous, yeah. Do you ever go to one that has like a giant bucket? Like there's like a playground with a giant bucket on top and it dumps every now and then? And it's like, oh, the bucket's dumping, everyone gather outside. Those are funny. See, I have the best memories of those and like water slides. There's also, sometimes there's like a river and you take like a tube down the river. But I remember that being kind of boring when I did it. It was like slow. It's meant to be more like relaxing. The reason this map is so long is because there's just boxes everywhere. $5 a.m. swim training. Ugh. 5 a.m. anything is just wrong. Unless it's like when you're going to bed. Going to bed at 5 a.m. is pretty cool. $3 a.m. water drinks. Water definitely tastes better at 3 a.m. That's just the rule. I have a video of me playing Little Nightmares 1 and 2. There's 2 videos. Oh, I was wondering what happened to everyone. There's a portal. Panther Rock takes it. GG's. Chlorine smell in a pool means the pool needs more chlorine. But like, public pools always smell like chlorine. The whole like building smells like chlorine. That's like my distinct memory of public pools. I remember there was a pool in like a hotel we went to and it was like just us in the pool and it was so cool. I love when you have like a nice public pool and there's like no one there. It's like awesome. I mean, I guess it's pretty similar when you go to like a family member's house and they have like an in-ground pool or something. Did I just die? Where am I going? Oh no, I was way behind. Oh, you need to funnel into the end. Okay, I see. It's like pachinko. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Marbles was fun today. I had a bit of a rough time with Zelda, but it's good to chill out for a bit. We're gonna probably start something new on Thursday. I don't know yet. I don't know what yet, but I'm probably not doing Zelda on Thursday. And this Friday is gonna be the Marble Battle video. So I did like a battle tournament a while ago, and I have edited that for this Friday. But yeah, I'll figure out what I'm doing about the the rando. I don't know yet. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm gonna maybe look for someone to raid. Okay, I might just end actually. I'll be back on Thursday, everyone. See you next time.